The crowd expected to see an exciting show, but what they saw that day was a lesson they would never forget. The bright afternoon sun shined through the huge glass windows of Iron Crest Industries. Hundreds of employees had gathered for the company's annual community event. People were smiling. Phones were recording. Cameras were everywhere. Everyone was excited. Standing in the center were the famous twin CEOs, Riker and Ronan Vale. They were successful businessmen, karate black belts, and known for their discipline and strength. People admired them. Then there was another man standing quietly near the back of the crowd. His name was Garrick Holt. He was a black single father and a military veteran. He worked as a maintenance technician in one of the company's warehouses. He wore simple work clothes. His hands looked rough from years of hard work. Most people didn't pay much attention to him. To everyone else, he looked like an ordinary worker. But nobody knew the powerful story he carried inside. For 6 years, Garrick had been raising his 8-year-old daughter, Willow, by himself. His wife had passed away after a long illness. Her loss broke his heart. Since then, Garrick had done everything alone. Every morning before sunrise, he made breakfast. He packed lunches. He helped Willow get ready for school. Then he worked long hours to support her. Life was not easy. His military service had left him with old injuries. Many mornings his body hurt. Many nights he couldn't sleep. Bills kept piling up. But every evening when Willow ran into his arms with a smile, he found the strength to keep going. At work, Garrick never talked much about his past. He fixed machines, solved problems, helped coworkers whenever they needed him. He never asked for attention. People respected him, but very few truly knew him. Meanwhile, Riker and Ronan Vale were famous throughout the company. They had trained in martial arts since childhood. They won many competitions. They were respected not only as CEOs, but also as skilled fighters. During the event, organizers announced a friendly sparring demonstration. Several employees volunteered. Everyone laughed and cheered as workers tried simple martial arts moves. Then someone noticed Garrick standing quietly in the crowd. A coworker mentioned that he had served in the military. Another joked that veterans were always tough. Soon everyone started encouraging Garrick to join. At first he politely said no, he didn't want attention. But after people kept asking, he finally agreed. The twin CEOs smiled confidently. Nobody expected the match to last long. Protective gear was brought out. People moved closer. Cameras zoomed in. Then Garrick stepped onto the mat. Something immediately changed. His posture became stronger. His eyes became focused. His movements became calm and controlled. The twins noticed it right away. Years of training had taught them how to recognize experience. The match began. Riker moved first. He attacked with controlled speed. Garrick smoothly stepped aside. No panic, no struggle, just calm movement. The crowd murmured in surprise. Then Ronan joined the demonstration. Again, Garrick remained relaxed. Every movement was controlled. Every step was balanced. Every reaction came naturally. As time passed, the room grew quiet. People realized something. Garrick wasn't trying to beat anyone. He was teaching. Without embarrassing the CEOs, he gently redirected their attacks. He showed balance, control, discipline. His movements looked like flowing water. The twins started smiling, not because they were winning, but because they had realized they were standing across from someone truly special. The atmosphere changed. What started as entertainment became admiration. Finally, the sparring session ended. All 3 men bowed respectfully. The crowd exploded into applause. Then Riker asked Garrick a simple question. "Where did you learn to move like that?" Only then did the truth come out. Years before life became difficult, Garrick had spent many years studying different martial arts while serving overseas. He trained under respected instructors. He taught self-defense to fellow soldiers. He had years of experience. He simply never talked about it. The crowd was shocked. How could someone so talented stay so humble? The answer was simple. Garrick didn't care about trophies. He didn't care about attention. His greatest achievement wasn't martial arts. It wasn't his military record. It was raising his daughter. Every sacrifice, every extra shift, every sleepless night. Everything was for Willow. The twin CEOs were deeply moved. Over the next few days, they learned more about Garrick's life. They discovered that he often struggled financially while raising his daughter alone. They learned how many coworkers he had quietly helped over the years. He never expected anything in return. Then something incredible happened. At a company gathering held on a beautiful sunny afternoon, Riker and Ronan invited Garrick and Willow onto the stage. Employees filled the courtyard. Warm sunlight covered the crowd. The twins spoke about courage, not the courage shown in a fight, not the courage shown in competition, but the courage to wake up every day after heartbreak and keep moving forward for the people you love. Then they made a surprise announcement. Garrick was receiving a major promotion. The company would provide educational support for Willow's future. They would also create a new program to help veterans and single parents working for the company. Many employees wiped tears from their eyes. Even Garrick struggled to hold back his emotions. Beside him stood Willow. She held her father's hand tightly. She smiled with pride. For the first time in many years, Garrick felt the weight on his shoulders become lighter. And in that moment, everyone learned an important lesson. Never judge someone by their job, their clothes, or their quiet nature. Because sometimes the strongest heroes are the ones nobody notices. And sometimes the greatest victories happen far away from any spotlight. They happen at home, with love, with sacrifice, and with the courage to keep going no matter how hard life becomes.